On this episode of Night Drive TV, I take a quick break from working on our Corvettes to make time for a friend of mine that visits from the east. Josh decided he'd pick up a clean first-gen 4Runner from the sunny shores of California, drive it back to me in Las Vegas, and then ship it home to Pittsburgh, PA. So join us in this video to look over the details that make buying this future collector, the first-gen Toyota 4Runner, great, and ride along as we then hit the canyons to get some epic footage.
Hello everybody, thank you for clicking on the video. So today I'm going to take the opportunity to present to you a vehicle that I definitely have a little bit of love for. I owned one years back, and obviously I've been making videos for the Corvette Z06 and for the Pathfinder. I have something in the works for the Z06, so if you're one of those subscribers, please stick with me. So as with everybody, when you buy a vehicle and maybe you want to get something a little vintage, you're going to jump on YouTube, you're going to look up some videos, and so that's why I'm making the video here today. I'm going to go over a few reasons why I think this is a great vehicle. I think this is a future collector, and I really think you ought to consider buying a first-gen 4Runner while you can. So my belief is that one of the main reasons that people really of a certain generation attach with the design of this particular Toyota generation is probably Back to the Future. And Marty McFly, if you'll recall, had a black one. It was this generation. I think it really inspired a lot of people to come to Toyota, but in this particular design, I think the things that stick out to me, and first and foremost, I always speak to, right now, design language in a lot of new vehicles is really speaking to the flared bodywork and wide bodies. And I think this is why this is kind of becoming a bit of an attractive vehicle again, because you kind of have these flares here. You've got them down the sides there. It kind of gives it a muscular look. Another unique feature of these is that the top comes off. This was inspired by the 70s Broncos. I think that that's probably the two unique draws is the particular design language of these and the fact that the top does remove. Let me show you inside, see what you can expect on the inside of one of these. So despite being about 250 pounds of 6'2", I can get in the back of one of these. It's actually pretty comfortable. I have plenty of headroom. Most difficult part is obviously getting into the vehicle, being it's a two-door, but the tops do remove back here. There's a series of bolts you have to remove. It's not the easiest process, I'll be honest with you. If you were to do some research with these first gens, there are a lot of guys that have made extensions from the existing roll bar. They've added canvas. They've done a lot of different things. And in Josh's case, who bought this particular vehicle, he has a second top, and I'll try and throw a picture up for you. But that's the inside. Back seat's not too bad. Interesting fact is that from 1984 to 1986, a lot of these were imported with no back seat so that they could avoid duties basically as an import, because they were being imported still as a pickup truck. So a lot of the dealers would add aftermarket rear seats and seat belts, but this is an 87. Appears to probably be a factory seat, but overall these are basically a pickup truck. You take out the back seat, you've got plenty of room for a bed, something like that. A lot of guys are mounting speakers, I've been told, from this rear roll bar, which I'll show you in a second through the rear. So as you can see, pretty roomy. You can see the rear main hoop here. You have a pretty good storage area still. So overall, very basic interior, but very usable. Kind of expected for the era. So the fact is, guys, is I really believe that you should consider looking into the first gen 4Runner while they're cheap. Haggerty has spoken extensively about the fact that these are one of the most underrated future collectors right now. If you look at guys like Magnus Walker, he was buying air-cooled Porsches when they weren't worth much at all. And that's how he came into the collection he has today. So, you know, it's trying to anticipate these future classics. There aren't many of these that are very clean out there. I'm going to show you a little bit of footage here of my friend and I kind of discussing it. I figured I was going to do my intro before you got here, but you just rolled up on me.
Oh, shit.
Well, I made it. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
You stop it. You stop it.
Yep. I found this on Craigslist about a week ago. Ended up talking to the owner. He was real cool, and he met up with me on Wednesday night. We did the deal, and I was off driving it to Vegas on Saturday.
Yeah.
You know, you have to definitely probe the person who you're buying the vehicle off of, and you know, ask a lot of questions and I mean, it comes down to the type of the person. Did they take good care of the car? Did they really care about the car? This vehicle had a lot of sentimental value. I didn't know much about this generation when I was a little kid. I kind of figured this one out later on. I still remember when I was about 6 years old going to the dealership in 1995, and my dad had bought a brand new second gen 4Runner SR5. So yeah, we had a lot of good memories driving around in it as kids. You know, putting the tailgate down, putting the rear window down. The first gen 4Runner has the same function, and it's got a lot of utility to it. So I'm looking forward to making it into a little bit of a lifestyle vehicle. And
Yeah, lifestyle. What's that mean?
you know, just being able to do what you want to do. We ride dirt bikes, and we want to be able to load the bikes up and possibly take some weekend trips. These 80s style ventilation windows, huge fan of these. I don't know why they don't make cars with those anymore.
Loving it. This is a great time for you.
Oh yeah.
So as we made our way to the top of the canyon, Josh was able to take in the local scenery while we discussed the finer points of his new machine. Once at the top, we even spotted some local wildlife, a family of longhorn sheep overlooking the vastness of the land. As automotive enthusiasts, it's times like these that the machines bring us all together and allow us to put aside the things that may not be going great in our lives. For me, cars have been my life. And meeting new ones, experiencing different kinds, it's a love Josh and I certainly share. So as we made our way back to the bottom of the canyon, we locked up the 4Runner, had some dinner, and off he went. But not before we got a little action in first.
Oh shit. There we go, there we go. That's serious. Oh, she got some light. Oh, dude.
So thanks for stopping by, my friend. Until next time.
All right, bro.
It's fun having you.
Yeah, had a good time.
All right, man.
As for you guys watching, if you made it to the end, leave me a comment. That'd be awesome. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.